All right, music producers and sound designers, welcome back to this stream. So today we're going to be diving back into Reactor, and today we're going to be designing a bell type trap lead. Think of a trap or drill lead in the Metro Ribbon style. So we're going to go through that now. So I've got my version of Reactor opened up, and I'm going to design sound that's going to be useful to us. So here's some ringing. Stop that. There we go. So we're going to design a sound in Reactor, our sound design plugin. So we're going to start a fresh patch. And I'm going to grab the basic components that we're going to need to design this sound, or this bell sound. So I'm going to grab a note in. I'm also going to grab a few other modules. So we're going to need an oscillator for this, and we're going to need most likely to detune it and add some reverb. So I'm going to add in an oscillator, and let me add in some effects. So this is how we're going to build out our patch. So probably a little delay, and I'm going to change our oscillator to a triangle wave because that'll give us the sound we're looking for. More of a bell-like sound that will decay quickly. So we want a triangle wave, and we want the sound to decay quickly. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to add an envelope. I'm going to make sure that as the sound progresses, it decays, has a sharp rise, and then a decay at the end. So let's do that. So I'm going to move over my components. I'm just going to patch it up really quick so we can get some sound coming out of it. There we go. And we need our gate. Let's test it out with just a decay, or delay, sorry, some delay. And let's see what we got so far. Hopefully you can see that. And so I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to add a scope so we can visualize this. And it's going to look something like that. And then we can visualize our sound. So my panel looks pretty good. I'm going to initiate this modulation, and we're going to hear what the sound sounds like. Okay. So we need our VCA to actually come out here. I'm going to try it without any effects for now. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what we got so far. So right now I should be able to just turn up the volume or hit a key on my keyboard. So I'm looking for, oh, okay. So I'm actually muted. That's the main reason why we're not hearing any sound. So there we go. We got our triangle wave, and just a basic triangle wave we got going. And now I'm going to make sure it has a fast decay on the end, so we can get more of a bell sound. There we go. Add a little bit of delay. We want that bell to be spacious. We also want a little reverb because we want to give it some room. So the order that you patch things in really does matter. So everyone's going to get a slightly different patch every time you make a patch. That's the part of sound design that's cool, because you get a different sound each time. So you can hear I'm manipulating the sound now. So I want a heavier bell. I'm going to duplicate this oscillator. And let's mix it in. So we got our second one. We'll blend them together. Hopefully we get that blend. Gonna move it on my panel so our panel's a little more organized to how it would look, how it should look. I mean, there's no right or wrong way, but there is a order that you want to have to things. So I want to double and detune, just so that I have some variation. I'm liking that. I don't want so much decay on the sound either, so much sustain. Actually, I take that back. Maybe the release. We want to increase the release or decrease? So decrease. I want a bell-like sound. Gonna turn the volume up. I think we're close to it. So I'm gonna do one more thing that's gonna probably help that. Gonna bring in a pitch envelope. So this one is our pitch, and this one will be our app. Okay, let's see. Just light pitch. Okay, I'm liking that. So our bell is pretty much where it needs to be. Did a slight detune, added a little delay and reverb. So we made a simple metro style lead bell in Reactor using sound design tips and tools. So if you like this, be sure to follow, and for more Reactor tips and the sound design. So I do these streams daily, and hopefully you enjoyed that session and you can apply that to your work. But we're going to take it further, a little bit further with this build. I'm going to actually save this. Okay. And then we're going to use this in a little bit of a sequence. So we'll carve out a sequence here. We'll set our metronome. Let's just check. Something that I feel comfortable with. Okay, so then I'm going to loop that. Oh. Going to get the metronome on. Going to come up with a little sequence. Might help if we have some piano chords. Get the metronome off. And we'll loop. And from there, we'll make this a little bit smaller. Zoom in. Create a simple progression. We can use these notes to extend them. So let's do half notes. And I'm going to turn that down because it's too loud. Everything can actually go down. And we're doing this in the arrangement view because it allows us to build out our track over time. Okay, let's go to F. Let's grab a minor chord. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, and let's duplicate that again. Let's zoom in. Let's make them a little bigger so we can see what we're doing. And there we go. Okay. Okay. And sometimes it helps to hum that melody or melodic line. Okay, I want a little space between these notes, so I'm going to get the metronome on. Okay, let's see. Just trying to find the bad note. Let's go up. It's a little fast. So, okay, so we want it every 4 beats. So every 8 beats. Let's duplicate that, move it over. I'm going to stretch these notes out over a longer period of time. So I'm going to make it over 8. Let's just check how we're doing for time. Okay, so let's do it. So we're going to take all of this stuff, going to move it over, and we're going to stretch out our notes. And then do it again for another section. And then we're going to stretch this section out, because I like that, to maybe 4 bars. Let me put that back. Let's go back. Okay, so that's our progression for now. So I want to add some effects to this bell. Okay, we're kind of riffing on top of it. So I'm going to come up with a little perp. Okay, to finish off our loop, I'm just going to add in a little beat, just a little bit of a percussion section, and yeah. Okay, so let's choose a kit. Actually, I'm going to grab some samples. We'll do 2 of those. Just get a basic groove going. Okay, gonna get my volume down, and oop, that's a little bit too much. So I'm gonna lay down just a guide pattern of 8 notes. Just a guide pattern of 8. Okay. I want that hat, the snare. So let's do that. Yeah, 1 sec. Hold on. I'm working. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Up here. Yeah, give me 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, so okay. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, let's just turn that volume down. Okay, so we're gonna get in a. Oh, let's just turn the volume down. Okay, there we go. Okay, we added some percussion in there. Just gonna add in a kick that I like, in a spot that I like. A pattern that's okay. Let me just mute that for a second. No, that's not what I want. Let's get the snare first, and then we'll put in the hat. Every fourth, or every 2 and 4 we'll do. Or we'll do 1 and 4. Let's see. Let's see what we got. No, I'm not going to be lazy in this. Okay, so let's get that kick. I want the kick to be a little bit more powerful. So let's go into another rack, and we will bring in a kick. And we're bringing it a louder volume. Okay, wait. No. Not liking that. Let me just get us. That's not what I want. looking for a snare. So just wanted to hit properly. Looking for that snare hit. I'm going to bring in another rack, just grab a snare. Okay, let's do it. See how we're doing for time. Okay, so let's bring in some snares. Looking for one that might be good. Okay, there we go. Let's see. We want to bounce to this, so let's see. Okay. Okay, that feels better. Let's see if we can add in a kick now. Let's get this to a smaller note. Not a 16th, but a 32. That's not what I want. A little swing to it. Okay, let's do the kick by itself. Okay, so let's change the sound. It's a little bit boring. It's a little bit of a guide. So let's see. Okay, I'm gonna actually change this to the synthesizer and make a loop out of this. Let's see how the whole thing sounds. Okay, we're gonna duplicate this section. Just gonna duplicate time from here. Let's do it. Change some sounds. Okay. Dun. There we go. Can strengthen that a little bit. Can add in some more effects or clap. Let's see. I don't think that's necessary. Let's add a pad. So I'm going to go to my Arteria collection, and I think I'm going to add some kind of pad. Okay. And we're going to mimic that top line part. Hold that shift button. There's other ways to do it, but I'm just going to do it this way. Okay. Okay, we can take out some parts to start with. Just a little arrangement, rough arrangement. Okay, we can do that again. Just going to zoom out a little bit, and we're going to duplicate this section of the arrangement one more time. And just creating a mini arrangement out of our track, out of our loop. So that shows you you can take a loop and you can make a track. So gonna build that up. Let's try some add some strings. Let's see what that does. Okay, that gave me a little idea. Okay, so we built up an arrangement here. Maybe we can add a lead. Take it further. Oh, let's just turn that down. Not looking for that kind of lead. I think I need like, that's too bright. Okay, so that does it for today's stream. Hopefully you're able to grab something or learn something from the stream, learn something from the sound design techniques we implemented today. And be sure to stick around as I do these streams nightly. And check out the link in the description for more information on my modular sound design course coming up very soon. And I will see you in the next live stream.